Yes, yes, yes. It's another show, and it's Friday. How you doing, sir?
And Friday feels like Tuesday.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know if I should still be talking to you right now.
Listen, shout out to DF Media Productions. Derek Fagan, it's his birthday today.
Listen. The man has a full plate. What's on that? Jerk chicken. What else? What is it?
Some barbecue chicken. I think a piece of jerk chicken there. There's some festivals. Sorry, I'm gonna lose. Let me get a little piece.
Yeah. And you wonder why you never get any applause from me on this.
Catch 22. Maybe I got some more applause, then some more food will come your way. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll put a piece of chicken aside for you, sir.
All right, sir. So who do we got today? Who's our great guest for our Friday?
So to end off the week with a boost, a blast, we are bringing the wonderful, vibrant lady that has built up a community online from scratch to over 25,000 followers. Also her website, like helping other people build up their following. With Blacks Inspire, the co-founder, we have Sharon Fletcher here with us today.
I love that. I love that you guys have that audience, the applause. I love it. That's how to bring in a Friday. That's Friday vibes.
Absolutely. And your hair just ignites me. I'm ready.
You like red. You like red, Ryan, so I'm wearing that color. You guys rock red sometimes. Hey, Charles, how are you?
I like the red. The red looks good. All right. So what have you been doing in this COVID?
Man, well, I think, I was watching someone talk about the different phases of COVID, the quarantining, at first, once you knew your money was straight, only once you knew your money was straight, and of course you weren't sick, you were like, yeah, much needed. I could do this, right?
Yeah.
After it went from, I'm so bored, oh my gosh, and then I was like cooking and eating.
I'm seeing those stories, yeah.
And eating, right? Because flour was off the shelves, no bread was in the store. We're all like baking. I'm like Canada's top chef here, and so and then you guys probably experienced this because you're in the online space. Lots of calls and Zoom meetings, and things started to ramp up if you're online. And so I don't know where my vacation went, but I feel like it's gotten even busier now, but in a good way.
That's good.
We were talking about that where at the beginning it felt like, okay, how do you navigate this? And then now you got the freer time, but you're able to just fill it. And saying, for me, it was a lot around projects that I'd had on the back burner. Now I was able to dust it off and say, okay, this is a thing that I said I needed to get done years ago. I'm getting it done now. Charles and I had talked about this podcast how many months, years ago, and it was always like procrastinating because you're so busy. And now, hey, let's carve out this time and just get it done. And I've even seen you interviewing some more guests, like shifting to a podcast. How's that going for you?
Yeah, well, what it is that I was usually in the community at the events, live streaming. Live streaming is my thing. And so I quickly realized that, I could do it from the comforts of my home. When I first started Blacks Inspire, we had actually teamed up with a mindset mastery coach, Suzanne Hart. And we did a webinar and we live streamed part of it through Facebook. And then after that didn't quite go the way that I had hoped it would. I guess I didn't know the magic number to charge for this thing as I look back or what it was. And we were really, really new, right? Now I'm sure, I put on webinars, I probably can't hold enough people, enough seats in the Zoom like yourselves, right? But so doing things on Facebook Live interviews, I actually started out that way. That's how it grew. That's how the popularity.
Yes. Because because now Blacks Inspire has gotten to a point that people look at it and admire what you've built. But when you take us back to now, when you first had the idea of starting it, how was it? I'm supposed to be over there.
With women out here.
Nobody got invited. I walked in here by accident. And there's food and celebration.
Ryan was a leftover. You know what I mean? Having that one extra seat.
Yeah, we have something for you too. Yeah, right, but no invitation.
It's my fellow twin brother's birthday, Derek, right? So Derek's birthday is a few days before mine. So that's my brother from another mother. I love it.
So I apologize as that is going on. I wanted to ask you, take us to those early days of building up Blacks Inspired and what really worked for you as I mute myself so that you can answer.
Actually, I have to tell you that, so there's a co-founder, there's my partner, Michael Samuel, and myself. And he was actually the more tech savvy one. He suggested, let's open up this Facebook group. And I'd love to sound like it was all this master plan, but really I was just like, okay, I was literally like, okay. And because I'm the people person out of the two of us, I just kind of did the thing that came naturally to me. And I had no idea that I was actually following a formula for building community online. I just shared messages that resonated with me. They were interesting to me, and I would share those posts out there because, as you gentlemen can appreciate, Canada doesn't have a strong Black media presence, right? And so this is now going back 4 years ago, when something would be happening in the community, or if I wanted to find a Black-owned business, I was like, how do I do that? And so pretty much I took people on this quest with me. And as I found these businesses, I'd share it in the group. And as I would go to a great event that I loved going to anyways on my own time, I just took my selfie stick and my trusty iPhone's getting a plug, and my phone, and I would just start recording.
Hold on, make sure that there's some shares in that, Ryan. All right.
I was going to say, guys, whatever I get.
Okay, there you go. So what is the toughest thing you found, though, like trying to get the marketing out there? Because as we know in our community, you really got to show them once, got to show them twice before they realize, oh, this is a great thing. All right, let me jump on, let me add on, let me click, let me follow.
I love that because, yes, I found that my target audience was really that startup, the small and medium business, specifically Black-owned businesses in Canada, because I found that I would eat at a great restaurant, right? I love it. And then a year or two later, we're like, whatever happened to such and such a place, right?
Yep.
And so I realized that the thing that was missing was marketing. And then traditional marketing is really, really pricey. Whether you're a Black-owned business or not, just a small business, period, that is quite the budget. And after people have spent the money just like getting their product going, paying for maybe the lease of their brick and mortar, they don't tend to budget for the actual marketing piece. So social media marketing, I was like, aha, that's what it is. And then people need to understand there's an art to social media marketing. I was having this conversation with Ryan, and you could probably appreciate that, Charles, too, that it's not just turn on your phone. Because some people turn on the phone and you could tell they just turned on the phone with no plan, no clear messaging, no call to action, right? So I found that just being true to what is my point and purpose that I want to share about. If it's that Black-owned businesses are great and Black people are great, that I keep consistently doing that. It's not a one and done, right? Like, I'm going to have this fantastic interview with you gentlemen, and you guys are going to make me look brilliant. But it's not enough for me to just do this alone. I either have to come back and visit you, and I also have to continue. Do you see how I got that in there? And I also have to continue doing some content creation of my own.
Right.
Does that answer the question?
It did, but I want to establish that a little bit more. Because the part that I love and people don't understand is, like, we do these interviews, we do the push, but what makes it really push is after we do the interviews, the interviewer needs to go back online and, post something, draw more audience to their post. They can't just say, okay, I did it and walk away. There's so much more opportunities after you do an interview like this to make your business grow more. Put a couple of posts in, chop up the video, put it back out. You don't leave it. You got to push more into it.
Yes.
So no, I'm curious.
Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
Just so when a client comes to you, what typically do you walk them through? Because for myself, yes, I would just grab my phone and be like, all right, detailing nights, we're here, we just cleaned the car. And then, and it's like, whatever. But what do you typically take a client through?
I love that question. So I call my package the socialite package. And I call it socialite because it's playing on the word a socialite who's out there social networking and people get to know them. But it's a light package because it's just a starter. I'm here to teach you how to fish, not have you rely on me to keep feeding you. Now, of course, after I show people this, they do tend to come back and want me to assist them some more because, yeah, there is a little bit of a niche to it, but there is a way that you can continue creating content. So I ask people, what are the 3 pillars? What are the 3 key messages in your branding that you want the audience to know? Because there may be many barbers, many insurance salesmen, you have a niche market. I don't know a lot of car detailers, but what makes Ryan Knight's detailing, different, stand apart? What is the service? I ask you what your why is that made you start doing it. And through that conversation, then I say, on these 3 pillars, you're going to create 3 videos, because after I launch you, you need something the next week. And at least you'll have something for a good month. Plus the interview that you do, like Charles mentioned, such a great point. You could chop it up and edit it and position it for Instagram. It has its nuances. Position it to tweet, even shorter video, and position it in LinkedIn. It has to be sharp, clean, and a little bit more messaging. And then Facebook is so much more forgiving, right? It could go anywhere from looking like a home video, TV type, to a very professional, polished, more like the platform that you two have created here, which I love. I love what you guys are doing so much.
I like that, the home video style.
Yeah, it does have its place. Like
everything.
People love to see authentic things.
Yes, it's the whole authenticity of it. On Facebook, where you have some people who are serious-minded, some people who just want a mental break, and some people who, this is truly their entertainment. The more authentic it looks and unpolished is sometimes, your greater advantage, because then people feel like you're more relatable.
And do you find that for you, like, I like when you are at the event, because the people know you, the people gravitate to you, people feel more relaxed. So each person has their own fit. Do you feel like that people have to find their fit first? Because some people are not good in front of a camera.
Right.
Some people are not good at doing interviews. Some people are not good at, answering questions. So before you dive in, you should really find which your niche is.
I love that you say that, Charles. That is so perfect, because I started coining myself the social media unicorn. And the reason why I said that is because I am the in front of the camera talent as well as the behind the camera machine, right? Usually, like you said, there are people who are behind the camera. They're very technically savvy. But God knows you should not put them in front of the camera because they're not that warm and bubbly.
Yes.
And when they speak, another thing is, when we speak in normal tone, like when I'm with you in person, it's a very different articulation, tone and voice and expression than on camera. What I'm doing will seem over exaggerated, but on camera, it turns out to be just right.
Right.
It engaged, right? So there are those nuances too that a person needs to be coached through, which is a part of the thing in my consultation, that I can't have you look bad. I look bad if you look bad.
Yes,
I have to make you look good. I am in the business of you looking good. And I truly do believe that Black people are excellent, and we need to see more of us looking excellent. So yes, I think that still stay true to your voice. If you aren't this extrovert and you aren't, don't be a poor man's version of Sharon. Be an amazing Charles. Be an amazing Ryan, and find a way to have your personality come through, and your tribe and your followers will follow you. What interests you is interesting to your followers, your people, and your tribe and your community.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to touch on a simple thing. I call you the selfie queen. Okay. You got your selfie stick. But here's the thing, though. Not everybody knows how to do it properly. Like, I've seen some, and then you see like my head, and then the camera goes out, and then the camera comes back in, and they're all closed. So when we come back, give us some tips on how to do it properly. We'll be right back.
Absolutely. Thank you.
CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online go to cmjent.com.
Hi, my name is Ryan O'Neill Knight, the founder of Detailing Nights and one of the founding members of ACBN Canada. Our vision is to help unite and educate Afrocentric entrepreneurs so they can grow their businesses in a successful and sustainable way. We're helping businesses increase their sales and operations by providing networking, training, and consulting. So as a business owner myself, I found it difficult to find like-minded individuals, especially in my own community, that were doing things on a regular basis to help our businesses grow. ACBN Canada is that solution. We've created this community to surround your business with support to help you increase your sales and your profits. With expert workshops and masterminds to help keep you accountable, come and join us and really get to the next level.
Hey.
Yes, we are.
You just caught me sharing. You just caught me sharing to another.
Yeah. There it is. It's all good. So let us know what is key and what is tell us the good points first, and then we can work around there. How do we make ourselves look good?
Okay, how you get them angles?
Yes.
Angles, right? All right. So I happen to have my trusty cell phone never too far away from me. And when we are doing streaming or taking a picture, especially when you're doing videos, you would think you want it straight up and down, but you don't. You actually want it tilted a little bit towards you. Can you see that? Yeah, you want it tilted a little bit towards you and a little high above you. So that way your face looks elongated. It's more slimming, it's more appealing. So whether it's that you have, actually, I guess I could show you guys right now.
All right, so hold on.
I'm gonna show you my, oops. So this is my ring light. It's kind of tall here. Maybe I'll put this down. And see, this tilts.
All right.
So I tilt it towards me. Do you got a twin, Charles? What happened? I love it. Double your pleasure. Am I giving away my age?
Am I doing this right? How's it? This way?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh. This is actually, I'm glad you did that. So when you're using your phone, you should actually have it landscape. Because, for example, for us doing this right now, you guys are doing it from your desktop. I have my webcam attached to my desktop. And so that we all look the same, keep it landscape. When you have it vertical up and down, the way you had it, then you have the frame on either side. And then in this instance where you're interviewing someone, it's just visually, it looks more cohesive when we all look the same. And so then as I have here on my ring light, because it's all about the lighting, folks, you need good lighting and good sound. Great lighting and good sound. Great lighting is the difference between looking like you got a filter and you don't. You look young. You don't see the wrinkles. And so, so then you would just have your phone on there tilted towards you.
All right. So here's a question.
What's happening? What?
How close is
here? No, I don't. Sorry.
How close is close? Because I've seen some selfies and we're all up in the grill right here.
Yeah, like that's too close. That's way too close. Or you ever seen it where you're seeing the person from underneath you and it's like the chin view? No. We don't want you looking like disproportioned, all chin or really wide in the front. We want it, slightly above, not too high, just slightly above. Yeah, that's the one. I know. Making us look like we've got double and triple chins when we don't. Absolutely not. Painful. Right. Painful for us content creators to see. So painful that I got motivated to do a video like once a week about what not to do. Because now that we have the opportunity where really we're all quarantining at home, you've got an audience like no other time. This is the time to start talking about your business, your brand, or whether you've got a book, whether you're pivoting from, brick and mortar at the restaurant to you're offering takeout delivery. You got to get online and let people know that you're still in business. You're still open for business.
All right. So there's a key to everything that you do. So this is why you need to give her a call, because as you've seen, it's not that easy. Okay. The angles have to be right. She can show you little tricks that you have to do. Get that that double chin out the way. All right.
And also, don't stay on too long on video. I mean, you'd be surprised how time flies. Like, we're having fun. I don't know how much time has gone by, but kind of plan ahead of time what you're going to say. I think that the planning makes it look even more spontaneous on camera. But you better believe that I've had a conversation with Ryan, Ryan and Charles, that we know what we're going to talk about ahead of time. So we make sure to get all our points out and to keep the focus, because then you lose your audience.
Right.
So, well, looking right, but having a message ahead of time, it looks like we just hit start, but really a little bit more work and effort and pre-planning went into that. Wouldn't you agree, guys?
Yeah. And then we got some great comments here, so I'm going to put them up for you.
Oh, okay. Ooh, comments from the folks, from the fans.
Well, the question I had was around, you've built up this online community, and then there's a lot of other Black focused communities that are on Facebook, the Facebook groups.
Yeah.
So what made your group different, or what made your page different than the other tens of groups that are out there but don't get that same traction?
Okay. So I think audio podcasts are great, right? And there's nothing more beautiful than the written word. It's important to read books, but I really think that there's something to video that gets a message across very fast. It's very to the point. People can resonate. They're getting all their senses engaged, right? Visual, audio, they're getting the body language. It's as close to experiencing someone as it is to actually being with them. So for example, when I'm at the events, people are going on a journey with me. They're having an experience with me. And consistency, because I consistently do it. Now I am known for that thing. So consistency is so key. And that's why I say with creating social media, it's not a one and done. It's really something that you should incorporate into your new routine, where you're going to say on a Sunday night for 2 hours, I'm going to plan to make 3 2-minute clips, and I'm going to talk about my tip of the week, or that thing that you and only you know about your business. Not only the subject matter, but what you know about your business, and share that out. So I think that me consistently being out in the community got to know me in person, and they also got to know me online.
Yes. And that's exactly the comment that's coming in now, that you took the time to be present at these events. And then, like you said, took us on the journey with you. And that's where we initially met, when you came to ACBN's first live event. And from the east, Pickering, it was like Pickering, Ajax area. And we got to meet for the first time. Yeah. So that commitment to seeing something that maybe people should know about, and being the one to go there and record it to get that to the other people in the east that maybe saw it was in Brampton and was like, I will pass for right now. But you were able to show what we were doing way out here to those that couldn't make it. So I always appreciated that about what you do.
I will keep saying how much I appreciate you guys, because here's the thing that I think where we're at as Black Canadians and Black Canadians in media, we don't quite have the same numbers like they do in the United States. Mm-hmm. And they are a little further ahead in their business acumen and what they've been able to build up. I feel that we are at the stage, like, I cannot service everybody. Real talk, right? I would love to. And as I expand and grow, sure. But there's still some things that ACBN uniquely does. There's still a way that Charles speaks to people and engages and asks certain questions that I don't do. So it cannot hurt for me to say, hey, you got to check out ACBN if you're out in PL. Hey, you need to talk to Charles. He's got an amazing setup there. He's doing wicked podcasts and reaching all these many people. Yeah. Because actually the way that I met Charles is do you remember that we kind of crossed lives at the same time? We were on
I like that
anniversary boat cruise.
Yep.
And Charles, you were there with your crew, and you had a microphone, and I think I said, oh, we live now. And you're like, yeah, and you just interviewed me. So generous, right? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, I had my selfie stick, and I'm like, and we were, I think that it's one thing to say that we support Black-owned businesses, and it's a whole other thing to be actually doing it, right? Yes. I think here, beyond just the show, we are actually showing how it can be done. We, through all three of us, are using the platforms where, and I'm just using the example, I have my 100 by myself. Charles has his 100, ACBN has their 100, but right now 300 is getting exposure. You see what I'm saying? So I'm good. Once you know what your specific niche is, then you can boldly and confidently be able to share your platform when, if that makes sense, collaborate, with someone who has a strength where you have like, you're growing and learning in that area and vice versa, or even just to massively get information out there. We all want Black-owned businesses to highlight and support and be out there marketing so that they stay sustainable.
That's right. And I like that part the most. It's about sharing. Ryan and I had a whole discussion about that last time. If everybody pulls their resources together, then we will have our own community. We'll have our own social. We'll have our own thing. So that's key to everybody. So it's fantastic to see that everybody else is growing out there. All right. It is time. It's come to that point.
No! It's so fun.
But we love to do one thing before you go. We're going to give you the opportunity to do the Queen Wave and to shout out anybody you want to shout out to. This is your opportunity to say hi to all your friends.
Shout out Blacks Inspire family, Blacks Inspire Nation. Shout out to all Canadians. I just want to quickly, I'm wearing this shirt here for Defonte. And I like to be inspiring and keep a positive message. So here's what I want to say. It is beautiful that corporations are now standing beside us and making beautiful public statements. They participated in Blackout Tuesday. So when we take a stand for ourselves, everybody else follows. And Canada, although it does really well with multiculturalism, we too have a ways to go with addressing anti-Black racism, Afrophobia. So Defonte Miller is a young man who unfortunately lost his eye as a result of what I consider a hate crime and violence, excessive violence against him during an off-duty cop who was off duty, not in his district, and he decided to question Defonte, and it led to some things which led to him losing his eye. And that, the outcome and the decision from that will be coming up very soon. July 7th, they'll be making a decision on that. So we have our own work to do here. I love that our allies are standing beside us and walking with us. And when I say allies, that is people from all different ethnicities and age groups and walks of life. So I just want us to keep up that momentum. Black lives have always mattered. Everybody's lives matter, but especially Black lives when they are being persecuted and unjustly harmed, and for no other reason than the quantity of melanin in their skin.
All right. And then
well said.
There you go. Unity is in strength, and there we go. Stand together, and we can accomplish some great things. Thank you so much. And then the last one I'd like to put on is this one right here. Y'all look good. Thank you. There you go.
Listen, I can be around handsome Black men. Oh my gosh! Like, look at these men. These men they're good looking and super talented and doing extraordinary things. It's an honor for me to be here and be able to consider myself their peer. It's just beautiful, and I thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. This is the way I like to end a Friday, with fire, and you did a great job of bringing the fire.
Thank you. Thank you. You can talk.
We'll talk soon.
Yes.
So good talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
That's the way I like to end a Friday. You know what I mean? Hot, fire, everything. I think she even did the hair just for us. I think she did the hair. Right? You know what I mean? That's fire right there.
I love it. And to end off on a really powerful note about unity, like that to me is us going into this weekend, understanding tomorrow's not going to be the same as yesterday. We are definitely working towards actionable steps about this unity, not just protesting, but things are actually being done to get to that next level. And I'm glad to be alive to see it happen.
Yes, definitely. And one thing that I want to repeat that we all say, it takes all of us together. We do it together. It's not us. It's not me. It's not you. We do it as a community. So thank you guys for watching. Absolutely. You guys never do. You put your comments in, and we love that you tune in. So thank you so much. Ryan?
As always, brother.
Have a good one, my friend.
I'll have a festival for you.
Yeah, I know. I need to bring it up.
Later.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend.